Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I thank God that this is a new week. It's a new day with new mercies, new beginnings, new favor, new opportunities, new just new blessings, just new. See, a lot of times we have been taught, or we've seen so many people, oh Lord, it's Monday. Oh Lord, it's Monday. Oh Lord, here comes another Monday. It feels like a Monday. What does a Monday feel like? What does a Monday feel like? What exactly is a Monday? What makes Monday so different than a Tuesday? What makes Tuesday so different than a Wednesday? We have gotten so into the habit of speaking these things that we wake up expecting it. Oh Lord, tomorrow's Monday. Oh God, here we go again. But instead of looking at it like that, why not say tomorrow is another chance of newness. Tomorrow is another day for me to get it right. Tomorrow is a brand new day for me to do something that I didn't do today. Tomorrow is the beginning of another week that's going to get me closer to, come on somebody. Why do we stay stuck in that mindset and that mind frame of it's Monday, or, it feels like a Monday. Here's another Monday. This is Monday. But guess what? Every day that God allows me to wake up, I call it mercy. I only call it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mercy. Because there's no reason that I should still be alive. There's no reason. There's nothing that I've done so good. I haven't dotted every I and crossed every T that I should still be here. So we always, Lord, it's a Monday. Here go Monday. Do you just, here we go. The enemy mad. Let me go on here and get through with this before my thing go out. We have gotten so, I don't even want to call it brainwashed, but we are so cliche-ish, and we have been so used to saying stuff and that we don't even realize what we're saying. Do you realize that's you're being unappreciative? You're being ungrateful when you saying, oh Lord, here comes another Monday. Do you know how many people died over the weekend? Do you know how many people got sick last week and they're in the hospital? Some people in a coma, some people on a ventilator, some people in ICU, some people the doctor done wrote them off. And yet we still here with our complaining, cantankerous, evil doing, nasty, gossiping, backbiting, and yet we still here. But yet we go through every day. We Sunday, oh hallelujah, Shabaka, and oh Lord, we Shabaka, and all of this other stuff. Sunday we crunk. And then come Sunday evening, Sunday night, now you got to get your clothes ready for the next day. What happened to that same spirit when you was hucking and bucking? And God, I thank you. And Lord, for you I live and for you I die. And God, you've been so good to me, and way maker and miracle worker and all of this. And as soon as you get home and you got to start getting your clothes ready for the next day, or you got to fix your lunch, now this spirit of sadness, what happened to that? And then he say that to put on the garment of praise. See, the problem is we put on that garment when it's convenient. We put on that garment when we get around certain people. We put on that garment when it look good. We put on that garment when we want to, and then we just as quick to snatch it off. But sometimes, no matter how hot it get, no matter how hot it get, no matter what situation you in, no matter your circumstances, some of us need to keep on the garment of praise. But we got to stop being so quick to snatch it off when the circumstances don't seem right, or they don't feel good, or our situations don't look, come on somebody. I know that won't nobody but the Holy Spirit, but we so quick to want to snatch it off when things get heavy. And we get bombarded with stuff that we ain't even got no business carrying anyway. When we get tired and out of breath and ain't got no strength, now we want to snatch off Okay, I'm talking to myself. But anywho, I wanted to come in and encourage you for just a minute. Listen, we've gotten good at pushing stuff down and just going on and putting up this facade, and we got to put on our best face, and we got to put our best foot forward and all of this other stuff. But this is what I've come to find out. A lot of us are putting a gangrene foot forward. Y'all know gangrene, when infection done set in, cause it ain't being taken care of. It ain't being treated right. And so now something on your body is gangrene. That means that it has to be cut off. It has to be removed. It has to be disconnected so it won't affect your other body parts. See, a lot of us quick to say, I got to put my best foot forward. And your foot gangrene. Why? Because it's some stuff that you ain't been taking care of. It's some stuff that you don't push down, that you don't want to deal with. Come on, somebody. It's some stuff that you ain't ready to face. It's some stuff that you ain't ready to come face to face with. It's some stuff that you ain't ready to really get real about. It's some stuff. So what am I saying? It's time for us to heal, and heal for real. It is. It's some stuff that we have got to let come up to the surface. We've got to stop pushing that stuff down. We've got to stop trying to bury it, because guess what? Let me tell y'all something. I lived in Louisiana. When I left North Carolina, I moved to Louisiana. And I always wondered why the graves, you know, not the tombstones, but you know, Lord, y'all, what you call the things? The burial thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they're on top. And I never understood it. And if you ever look at any movies, if you look at, what is it, NCSI, New Orleans, and you look at any movie in Louisiana, and they show you a graveyard. The graveyard and their tombs, all of the family tombs and all of that, they're on ground. Why? Because Louisiana is kind of like a swamp. They're below sea level. So the ground is sinking. So therefore, they bury people on top, because if you try to dig a grave, if you try to dig 6, 8, 7 feet, eventually that casket, everything is going to come up, because everything is below sea level. Y'all remember, back, what was it, about a couple of years ago, it was one of these cemeteries where the ground was sinking, and some of the caskets, some of the stuff, the tombstones and stuff was moving. That's why they bury stuff on top. See, and I like that, because we got a habit of wanting to bury everything. But what I know is the stuff that you try to bury, eventually, when a storm come, oh, hallelujah, Jesus, when a storm come, when a storm come and the waters are raging, yeah, some stuff gonna have to come up. See, when storms come and hard times come and things come in like a flood, it's gonna bring some things up. See, we call it triggers and all of that. But see, that's some stuff that's been buried that you never took care of. That's some stuff that you never healed from. That's some stuff that you never acknowledged. That's why we say when things happen, or we smell something, or we hear noise, or we see something, it brings on a feeling. It brings on a smell, and it brings on an emotion. Those are triggers because those are things that was never really dealt with. Because see, this is what I know. See, when you have laryngitis and you deal with laryngitis, or you deal with the flu and all of this other stuff, see, you can sing and you can drink hot stuff and you can go outside and it ain't gonna be no trigger because see, you're healed. So therefore, there's some things that we need to heal, and we need to heal for real. A lot of people, they'll go through the process, or they'll start the process and they don't finish it. So when it gets too hard and it don't feel good and they don't like how it feel because their flesh is dying and their spirit man is getting stronger, they don't like that feeling. So they'll stop the process because they don't want to deal with it anymore. Hallelujah, somebody. So therefore, when it start hurting a little bit too much, we don't want to deal with it. So we'll either go back to it, we'll hold on to it, and we'll just stop the process. Oh, glory be to God. But I'm here to tell somebody, it's going to come a time in your life. It has come a time in my life, and it's going to come a time in your life that you are going to have to face some stuff. Some stuff going to have to come up because see, I don't care how much you praise God and how much you hoop and holler and you huck and buck and you fall out and they throw a blanket on you. If you are not healed from some stuff, everything that you doing is only you're moving off of emotion, because to get that word deep down inside of you, to get those seeds planted, it's got to go in fertile ground for it to stay there. But if it's going in mud and it's going in just other stuff and all of that, it's going to come up and it ain't going to stay because it ain't going to have no root. Stuff grow in fertile ground. It's got to be good soil. It's got to be good ground. So see, if you got a lot of trash, a lot of mess, that word ain't going to stick. So therefore, you've got to heal and heal for real. So therefore now it is time for you, as my husband said yesterday, to make up in your mind that it is time to let go of some stuff, let go of some people, move out of some situations, let go of some stuff, and get real and heal. Some people are still in situationships. That's what I say, situationships that they know God done told them to leave alone, but because they don't want to deal with the pain of it, they stay in it. Because some people say, it hurts me to stay in it, but it'll hurt me more to let go of it. But I'm here to tell somebody and encourage somebody today that it's time. It is time for you to let go of some stuff. Some people are still in relationships because of money. They don't want to lose money. They don't want to lose stuff. They don't want to have to split stuff. They don't want to have to have stuff. But so they rather stay connected in something that's really not even a covenant because God didn't even ordain it. Some of us have connected to people and we didn't even go to God and say, is this connection all right? Should I even be connected to this person? Should I even be... Help me, somebody. And now you're in a situation because of loyalty. You don't want to leave. I got an even better one because so many people already told you to leave it alone. And now you're trying to prove them wrong. Some of us have stayed in marriages and relationships because we was trying to prove somebody wrong. I know what you're saying. I know what it looked like. I know what they're doing. I know what they have done. But I'm going to prove to you that this can work. I can make it work. I can make it better. I can change him. I can change her. I can do this, if I just do that, and if I do that, and I ain't hear you say nothing about God, because you already know God ain't in it. So see, when we try to put our hands in stuff, and when we try to fix stuff, what we're really doing is causing chaos. And then when the chaos and the confusion come, because we know God is not the author of confusion, now we want to call on God, and now we want to seek God, and now we want to sit in his face, and now we want to pout, and we want to try to rush God and hurry God up to fix something that he never told us to get in the first place. Example, good, I'm glad you asked. It's just like everybody, they so worried about this war thing and all of this and all of that. But the last time I checked, and anybody, theologian school that may know a little bit more than me, because I don't claim to be a Bible scholar, and I don't claim to know everything, because I don't. But let me help y'all to something real quick. Palestine, whatever, and Israel, they gonna fight. It's gonna be conflict. It's gonna be war and rumors of wars until the day Jesus come back. Why? Because Ishmael and Isaac will always have a problem with each other. You want me to tell you how I know? The same reason as some of us got the same daddies and not the same mamas, or the reason some of us got the same mamas and not the same daddies, and we feel like the daddy loved that side of the family more, or the daddy loved them, or the mama loved them more, and that's why we can't get along and all of that, because why were you so good and daddy stayed with your mama but he wouldn't stay with my mama? Or why was, what was so good that your mama went over there to my stepdaddy and couldn't stay with my daddy? Because it's always going to be a feud. Why? Because this lady named Sarah put her hands in stuff that she didn't have no business in, because God had already made a promise. And when God make a promise, we ain't got to come in with our plan. So she had a plan, because she couldn't wait. She was impatient. And really, she doubted God, because when the promise was told to Abraham, she laughed. So see, that comes the problem when we doubt God, when we doubt his promise, and we are impatient, we cause problems, issues, and chaos. So what am I saying? When you don't seek God, when you don't wait to listen for God's instructions, we get into stuff, we create stuff, and now we in a mess, which causes problems. And then we start having problems, and we don't want to face them, and we don't want to deal with them, because we don't want to acknowledge we messed up. We don't want to acknowledge we were broken. We don't want to acknowledge that we wasted too much time in a certain place. We don't want to acknowledge that we were wrong. We don't want to acknowledge that sometimes maybe we're the narcissist. We don't want to acknowledge that maybe we're the problem. We don't want to acknowledge that maybe we're holding on to unforgiveness. Maybe we're the problem because we gossiped and we betrayed somebody and we hurt somebody. Y'all don't want to have this conversation. So anywho, and then here comes the problem. We don't want to admit that we saw the red flags, the burgundy flags, the maroon flags, and whatever color flags we saw, because we allowed our flesh to dictate to us. Why did we allow our flesh to dictate to us? Because we were missing something. We were looking for something. We were seeking something other than God. And so therefore, when we seek something other than God, when we seek something with our flesh and not of the spirit, we're going to end up with fleshly problems. And what I mean by fleshly problems, I mean heartbreak, depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, low self-issue. What's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? And now you open up a doorway for the enemy to play with your mind. Because we didn't heal. We didn't heal properly. Because we didn't want to have to go through the process. We didn't want to have to hurt. But this is my message to anyone that's listening. And listen, y'all tag people in this video. Y'all share this video, because it's a lot of people that need to hear it. If you don't take the time to heal. And sometimes healing means you got to sit yourself down if you're a leader. Sometimes it means that you have to, y'all ever seen, I'm going to try to get the word right. Y'all ever seen a judge, is it recluse themselves? Is that the right word? Sometimes a judge have to recluse, y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes a judge have to remove themselves from a certain case because it's a conflict of interest. Sometimes you may have a female judge that I looked at Law and Order one time, and it was a female judge, and it was a rape case. It was a rape case. And what the defense attorney did, this is what the defense attorney did. They went and they dug up some of the judge's past stuff, and come to find out that when the judge was in college, she had been drinking and all that other stuff. And basically she was raped, and she didn't come forward because she couldn't remember who raped her because she had been drinking. So she had blamed herself. So she reclused herself from that case, but she gave them another judge to try the case. And what she said was, on her watch, as long as she is judged, that she would never allow another female to feel like it was her fault and not to pursue the case for embarrassment. So what am I saying? Am I off course of what I'm saying? No, this is what I'm saying. When you don't heal and when you don't confront certain traumas, certain abuse, tragedies that has went on in your life, you carry that stuff around with you. And what the enemy will do is later on in life, he will use that stuff against you to talk you out of your blessing, to talk you out of your purpose, to talk you out of assignments, to talk you out of everything that God has planned for you. You understand? Let it hurt. Let it hurt. Cry. Scream. Sit yourself down. Step away for a minute. Step back. Do whatever it is that you have to do. But heal. See, the enemy don't want us healed. The enemy don't want us healed. He wants us to stay lost. He wants us to stay broken. He wants us to stay damaged. He wants us to stay wounded. Because see, as long as you're wounded, you're bleeding. And see, what he'll do is he'll come and he'll keep trying to pick at that wound to keep you bleeding. Because after a while, your body can only lose so much blood, and then you become weak. And that's what the enemy wants. Don't you know staying unhealed, wounded, will eventually leave you weak? Because anything that's unhealed is an infection. Anything that's unhealed is an infection. And after a while, you walk around with an infection and you don't take no antibiotics. That infection will get into your system, which will get into your bloodstream and will kill you. What is it? It becomes sepsis or something. Y'all know what I'm saying. It will become sepsis. Any infection that is in your body that goes untreated turns sepsis. And we already know when it gets to that point and it get into your bloodstream, you can die. So what the enemy wants is for you and I to continue to carry unhealed wounds, damage, past hurts, septic. That's it. It becomes septic. And you know what I like about the word septic? It reminds you of septic tank. Y'all get it? See, God is intentional. And the words that are connected to other things is for a purpose. Because when you say septic, it reminds me of septic tank. And on a septic tank is nothing but what? Yeah, that. Manure. Boo-boo. Doo-doo. The S word. And when your septic tank backs up, what happens? All that stuff, sewage, gets in your yard. It stinks. It's ugly. It's nasty. It's contaminated. It's disease infected. It has parasites. So let me ask you this. What you think when you have all them unhealed wounds, all those traumas, all that damage that's been done to your heart, and it's just sitting there, and then other stuff happen, and you put it on top of it, and yeah. That's why people with septic tanks, they got to use that Rid-X. They got to constantly put stuff in their toilet. So the toilet paper and all them enzymes, it'll eat all that stuff up so your septic tank don't back up. So that's why you have got to get into your word. That living word. Come on, somebody. Come on. I want y'all to catch this. You have to put living enzymes in a septic tank so it will eat away at all that toilet paper and all that waste. So therefore, you have got to put the living word on those hurts. You got to put the living word on those wounds. You got to, instead of trying to bury all that stuff, you got to put the living word on it so it can eat away at all the lies the enemy done told you. It's got to eat away at all those lies your mother told you. It's got to eat away at all them lies your daddy told you. It's got to eat away at all those lies that some of them church folks told you. It's got to eat away all them lies that you done told you. It's got to eat away at the low self-esteem. It's got to eat away at the insecurities. It's got to eat away at those traumas. It's got to eat away at all that stuff. You got to put the word on it. God said that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. God don't make no trash. We act trashy sometimes. We act messed up sometimes. But God don't make no trash. So that's why it's important and it's imperative that we heal. Because anything that goes unhealed eventually is going to cause an infection. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. How you know it causes an infection? That's why some people don't even know how to love. Because those unhealed hurts, those unhealed heartbreaks, you got to heal. You got to heal, baby, because guess what? When somebody come in your life and try to love you, you ain't even going to know how to accept it because you ain't even learned how to love you. When someone trying to be a blessing to you and want to give and do certain things, you don't even know how to receive it because you're so used to being used and manipulated and all of that. You think they trying to get over on you. Do you think it's a scam? You've been a giver all your life. I'm a giver. To the point that you don't even know how to open up yourself to receive. Because you're so used to giving because you have surrounded yourself with takers. Catch that. Catch that. You don't know how to receive because you have surrounded yourself with takers. Because you want to be a nurturer and you want to be a giver and you want to do this and do that because you want to see people change and you want to see this and you want to see that. And there's nothing wrong with being a giver. But I also learned how to receive. Also learn how to receive. But see, that comes from not being loved, not being nurtured. And now, see, you want to be the nurturer. You want to be the giver because you didn't have that. That's why I love loving on people. I love giving people. I love being there for people because there was a time that there was nobody there for me. There was a time no one gave me, but they just took. But see, now I'm in a place I know how to receive. Yeah. I don't use people. I don't manipulate people. I don't take stuff for granted, but I know how to receive because I know the seeds that I've sown. And I can do it unapologetically. So, that's my encouragement for today. We've got to learn how to let go of things and people. When you know you're not happy, when you know it's not bringing the best to you. And some of us have become so complacent, so comfortable and complacent. See, we get content and complacent mixed up. A lot of people will become complacent with things because they don't like change and they don't want to have to go through changes. They don't want to have to go through the process because they don't like the hurt. But God is calling his people. He's calling his people to heal and heal for real. My spiritual mother did a demonstration Saturday. And a lot of people use this. Listen to me well. A broken crayon can steal color. And that's true. God can still use me in our brokenness. But there's going to come a time that he's going to want to use us for something greater than ourselves. And we are going to become, we're just too broken for him to use us. That's not true, Pastor. Yes, it is. You want me to tell you why? Perfect example. You got a broken crayon. A crayon is like this. If that broken crayon is like that, you can only use that crayon for so long. And after that, there's nothing left to the crayon. It becomes nothing but like this. And it's some assignments that's going to call for a whole crayon. Yes, God can use us in our brokenness. Yes, God, yes, he can. But there's going to come a time that we can't stay broken. Because after a while, it ain't going to be nothing but little fragments. We can't get comfortable being broken. Well, God can use me. I can bring a word. I can be a speaker. I can do this. I can conduct Bible study. I can sing. Yeah, that's true. But it's going to come a time that you're going to be so broken and so hurt and so damaged that you ain't even going to be able to get up there and sing and minister to anybody. because you're only going to be a fragment of your true self. That's why you have to heal. David had did so much stuff to where he couldn't even build God's temple. His son Solomon had to do it. Do you know the honor and the privilege and the magnitude to build the temple of God? But I couldn't do it because of all the stuff that I had done. It's important to heal. The process is important. You got to heal and stop trying to rush the process. Baby, I know it hurt. I'm going through a process right now. Because I trusted my heart. I trusted my love. I trusted my friendship to someone that said they loved me and they cared about me. And yet, once again, I've been heartbroken by the very hands that said they would never hurt me, that said they loved me, that said they cared about me, that said they knew I was a blessing in their life, that said I've been good to them. But yet, here we are again. I've been hurt once again. So now I have to go through this process. Because see, if I don't, I'll get in a place of not trusting. If I don't, I'll get in a place of trying to put everybody in the same category. If I don't go through this process, I get like some of y'all that I've seen. Y'all got, excuse me for a minute. I got to put my air on. I'm sweating, Jesus. Ooh, bless the Lord. I look at some of y'all posts. And y'all are still hurting. And you do post after 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 post. I'm done with people. I'm sick of people. I'm tired of people. I'm sick this, and it's post after post. Because you have not taken the time to truly heal. You haven't taken the time. And what we'll do is we'll throw ourselves in projects. We'll throw ourselves in stuff. We keep ourselves busy to avoid healing. We'll throw ourselves into stuff and we'll connect to people and we'll do all of this and we'll come up with programs and we'll come up with stuff and we'll host this and to keep ourselves busy from healing. And we want to call it ministry. And what you're doing is you're keeping yourself busy. And everybody else around you is getting delivered and healed and becoming free. And you still bound. Because you're keeping yourself busy with ministry and all this stuff. And you got people around you patting you on your back and giving you accolades and doing all this stuff. And nobody is being real enough and honest enough with you to tell you, baby, you need to sit down and heal. You need counseling. You may even need medication. You need therapy. And we just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until one day we either have a nervous breakdown or we just throw in the towel and just don't want nothing else to do with God or people, or I'm sick of people. And this is the thing that get me. How do we say that we've been called to ministry, but we say we sick of people? How we say I'm sick of folks. I'm just sick of the church. When Jesus himself called us the church, he looked at Peter and said, upon this rock I will build my church. Upon the very foundations that I have taught you, that I've ministered to you, that you've witnessed. Upon those foundations, I will build my church. And yet you have people, I'm tired of church. So basically what you're saying is you tired of yourself. Because there's a difference between religious people and the body of Christ. There's a difference. See, religion is you thinking deeds and your traditions gonna get you into heaven. God is looking for relationship. God is looking for relationship. So listen. My word of encouragement to you today is to heal. Let them people go. It may hurt. You may have to cry many a days. You may get mad. You may get upset. People may try to talk to you, and half the time, let me tell you something. You got some people that don't even know what to say. They just talk to hear themselves talk, or you have them that's so saved and so anointed that they forgot what it was like to have their heart broken or their feelings hurt or done wrong or betrayed. And but it's time to heal, baby. It's time to heal. It's time to walk away. It's time to gird up your loins. Put on the whole armor of God. Stand flat-footed. And like my husband said, make up in your mind, I'm not going to spend another day hurting like this without doing something about it. I'm not going to stay depressed another day. I have got to do something. Because if you don't, and you try to bypass it, you try to go over it, you try to go under it, you try to go around it, you're doing yourself an injustice. Because you're going to make it worse. And when we make it worse, it takes longer. It takes longer to heal. It takes longer to heal. And you may have to pay a higher price for that healing. I want to say this, and I'm about to go. Anybody ever had their arm broken, their leg broken, their hand broken, anything ever broken? And this is one of the examples my girlfriend gave me. She said it's just like, take a young man that fell out of a tree, or he was playing and he broke his femur, or he broke his radius, or what, he broke something. And I've seen people with their arm broke, and they tell me the cast itch, it itches, and they'll have a stick or they'll have something down there scratching it. And some people, they get tired of the cast on. They get tired of all of that. They get tired of they can't do this and all of that. So they go and they get the cast removed. And remind you, the doctor says 6 to 8 weeks, but you go have it removed at 3 or 4 because I'm tired of this. I don't want this on me anymore. I can't go and do nothing. I can't wear shoes. I can't wear pants. I can't wear, for whatever reason, you try to speed up the healing process. Okay. The professional done told you 6 to 8 weeks. Then you got to come back to check to make sure it's okay to remove it. And see, they put the cast up there. It gives you a guard. It's a shield. It's a hiding place for that broke place. You know, it hides. Some of y'all missed that. It's a hiding place. It's a covering. So no further damage can be done. It's a covering. Come on, somebody. It's a covering. You know how they covered up Moses? Okay. It's a covering to hide. So you won't get damaged any further, or so it won't break or cause any more. Yeah. So see, what some of y'all want to do is, see, it tells me for God to hide me in that secret place in him, that hide me under the shadow of the Almighty. It tells me that, that I need to stay hidden. But some of us want to be seen so bad. Some of us want to come out of hiding so bad. Some of us want to remove the covering so bad. And it ain't time. So now you're exposing yourself. And see, what happened is, instead of allowing that small break or what is a hairline fracture, or that small fracture to go ahead on and heal properly, we want to come out of the process too quick, and it ain't healed. And see, now you go out there and you come up against something and you get broken again, or you get another wound, and see, that thing already hadn't properly set and it wasn't properly healed, and now you done broke it again in 2 or 3 places, and now you put a cast on, and instead of 6 to 8 weeks, it takes 4 to 6 months. And even then, the doctor say, I can't even promise that it's going to heal correctly. So now you around here with a crooked finger, or you walking with a limp, or your leg turned one way, or your spine is crooked, or whatever that thing is that's broken, because you didn't let it heal properly the first time. So now it's disfigured. It's disfigured. Because this last break broke it to a point, and now it's going to take longer, and it's going to hurt worse, because now you're trying to get it back in alignment. So there won't be a disfigurement. So you won't have a bone that the doctor got to go in and he got to shave it down. So the doctor don't have to go in and reset it. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's imperative to heal the first time, because some of y'all don't want to heal because you don't want to go through the pain of it. And what's going to happen is you're going to come up against something that's going to take you up out of here. Why do you think so many people, and I'm about to go, why do you think so many people have committed suicide? Because it was pain on top of pain, on top of hurt, on top of disappointment, on top of this, on top of that they never allowed to heal. And now something else done came in and it done took them up out of here. See, if I hadn't healed from some stuff when Khalil died, it would have took me up out of here because I wanted to commit suicide. See, if I hadn't been in God's face and spent time in his presence, the death of my son would have took me up out of here. Listen to me, y'all, because I didn't want to live no more. But because I knew who God was, and because I had a relationship with him, and because he done brought me out of some other stuff, I said, what I gotta lose? Because either he gonna bring me out, or this gonna take me up out of here. Because see, I had a rapport with him. God had a reputation. I had receipts because I've seen him do it before. And he did it again. So I could trust him. See, some of us putting our trust in the wrong thing. Some of us putting our trust in money. Some of us putting our trust in a house. Some of us putting our trust in a spouse because we don't want to be alone. Some of us putting our trust in money. Some of us putting our trust in materialistic things that a hurricane could come by and sweep away at any time. Some of us putting our trust in a job and our positions and our titles and our connections. But baby, let me tell you something. Connections come and go. Jobs come and go. Here today, fired tomorrow, laid off the next day. Money here today, gone tomorrow. Friends here today, gone tomorrow. You better put your trust in God. A sure foundation. You better put your trust in God. I'm not saying that he won't send you people because he will. I'm not saying that he won't connect you to people because he will. I'm not saying that he don't bless you with stuff because he will. I'm not saying that he won't put you in certain rooms and give you promotions and elevation. But what I'm saying is, to get that stuff, you better put your trust in God and let him heal you the right way. Because see, you put your trust in people and you depend on people for your healing, will be the same people that will have you up here today and I'll bring you back down and crush you tomorrow. Like my husband said yesterday, we go to people and we go to things and it fills us up temporarily. And then once it's gone, we got to go back for another fill. And then when that's gone, we got to go back for another fill. See, that's how the enemy traps us. He keeps us going back. And all it is a temporary feel good for the flesh. That's why you can't let go of your baby daddy. That's why you can't let go of your baby mama. That's why you can't let go of your cut friend. That's why you can't let go of that drug of choice, because you're still trying to get that same high from the first time and you would never get it again. That's why they keep doing you wrong and mistreating you and disrespecting you and cheating on you and all of that. But when you go back to them, they make you feel good for 20, 30 minutes. That's why you keep going back to her, because she stroked your ego a little bit. And then when you need your ego struck again, you go back to her. till you get on empty. But I know a man that he will fill your cup, and not just fill your cup, but he will give you an overflow. He will give you an abundance. He told the woman at the well, see, you get this water, you'll never thirst again. Because he keeps refilling you over and over and over and over and over and over again. You don't ever get empty with God. You don't ever get thirsty and dry with God. You don't never have to go without God. You don't never have, there's no lack. There's no lack in God. Everything that you need is in God. Everything you hope for is in God. Renewing is in God. Refilling is in God. Reimbursements is in God. Reaping is in God. Everything you need is in God. Healing, deliverance, and being set free is in God. Go to God today for that broken heart. Go to God when the tears are running down your face. Go to God with that aching pain. Go to God when everything around you seems like it's falling down and it's crumbling down around you. Go to God when they betray you. Go to God when they treat you like you don't even exist and you've been good to them. Go to God when they walk away from you. Go to God when they try to mistreat you and use you. Go to God when you've done all you can do. And it's like, God, why? Why they treat me like this? I gave them when they didn't have a dime. I was there for them when they were sick. I fed them when they were hungry. And now they treat me like I'm nothing. Go to God. And He will restore. He will restore unto you everything that you think you lost. But one thing I know about God, He will give you better than what you ever had. Now that's my encouragement for today. I didn't mean to stay on this long, but that's my encouragement. God will give you better than anything you think you've lost. I love y'all. I love y'all. Listen, this evening, I think at 8 o'clock, get on my bestie page, Courtney Clements, or get on Bishop Jackie Gilbert Grant page, on the sofa. She's going to be on the sofa tonight. Take a listen. I think you'll be blessed. You will enjoy it. Get on the sofa. Get connected. Get on the page tonight at 8 o'clock. You won't regret it. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Listen, I think tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to be up here with my girlfriend, Shalika Davis. And we're going to talk about the aftermath of the Symbol of Life Women's Conference. We're going to recap, and we got some stuff to tell y'all. You will not even believe the shift that took place. God is a good God. He's an amazing God. And ever since last week, God has been doing a new thing. And I'm here for it. And I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Stay encouraged.